Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Gacha Addict. I actually wanted to post the video sooner, but my PC broke down, and then afterwards I went for wisdom tooth extraction, so I couldn't really talk and make a video, so sorry for the delayed video. I wanted to do a champagne pool video, but champagne came out during the period where I got my tooth extracted, so I couldn't talk, and I did record clips of me pulling him, but they have no voice, like they have no audio, like I'm not talking. So if you still want to see a champagne pool video, let me know down in the comment section below, or just leave a like on this video, and I'll compile the clips and I'll just put some music in it, and then you guys can just see the gacha pools. So let's get on with this video. This video is gonna be about a guide to fallen angels. So it's generally gonna be a guide to which fallen angels you should be focusing in the early game and then the late game. So yeah. So as everyone knows, fallen angels are the bread and butter of your foot souls. So each foot soul has a preferred fallen angel, and when you equip their preferred fallen angel, there will be a 10% attribute boost or 20% attribute boost if your FA fallen angels, I'm gonna just refer them to FAs, if your FAs have been evolved. So there are many types of fallen angels. So the ones that you would like to focus on are these purple ones, because they generally have a bigger, they give more attribute per level. So you want to be focusing on all these purple ones, even if your foot soul has a preferred blue one, like some SR foot soul prefer like some blue FAs, but you still want to focus on the purple ones. And eventually in the late game, you actually want to focus on these purple ones, which I'll be calling them the enhanced FAs, because there are only two of them. One of them is the Yuge Mochi Enhanced, and the other one is the Tsuchigumo. So both of these FAs, they are harder to get, and they actually give the most attributes per level. So every fallen angel actually has their own personality, and this personality determines which attributes they increase more. So these are the 6 personalities, and right now lively, which is also called energetic, and as well as meticulous is not being used, means they are actually just generally fodder right now. You don't have to keep them or anything because nobody's using them. So yeah. So so I'm gonna be talking about which type of foot souls would generally need which type of personality. So for the first kind of foot souls, which are tanks, you would want them to use cautious, which is the foot this personality actually increases the, like, have more attribute gain for HP, 50% more than the other fallen angels. So cautious are for tanks, and you would generally want them to have 4 HP or 3 HP and 1 defense. I'm using 3 HP and 1 defense sometimes, and there are some foot souls I'm just using 4 HP, so it's actually up to you. But for tanks, you would need one more type of FA, which is the staunch. Staunch increases the defense by 50% compared to the other FAs. So why you would need staunch is because for the world boss Aluna, he actually deals damage based on percentage of your foot soul's HP. So you would want to have your tank foot soul be as tank as possible, and yeah, so you would want a staunch instead of cautious, so that your tank do not die so fast. So, but you only need one. Actually, you only actually need one staunch. I don't really have another staunch, so one should do, and you should have it for your tank, such as tom yum, gyoza, those that you will use in Aluna. And it's best to have it it's best to have the staunch like on a Tsuchigumo or Yuke Mochi Enhanced, because they give more stats. So you only need one. So for your DPS, which is your magic and strength dealers, damage dealers, you would want them to use Brave Fallen Angels with 3 attack and 1 HP in the early game, and eventually 4 attack in the late game when all your foot souls are 5 stars. So so in Catacomb, if you are struggling, you should, in the early game when you don't have seasoning or divine seasoning yet, you should have 1 HP, so you will help your foot souls not die, and help you climb further. But eventually when you have divine seasoning and seasoning, you actually don't need them anymore, because your foot souls will be of higher stars, and then you can just put all attack on them. However, there's an exception for Peking duck, foie gras, pizza, or even the new champagne. You can actually build enhanced resolute fallen angel with 5 attack speed instead. Why? Because for Peking duck and foie gras, they are actually crowd control units. They have silencers and they have charms, so you would want, and it's on their basic skill, so you would want them to actually cast their basic skill more often, and when they have higher attack speed, there's a higher chance of the basic skill being activated, or being cast more often actually. So it will help in crowd controlling your enemies. So if you have like a really, like you have a 5-star Peking duck and you have a 5-star foie gras, that's when you should start using the resolute. Before that, you can just use the 4 attack one, the brave 4 attack, because their attack speed is not that great yet. So when they're 5-star, you can change them to resolute, and then in the higher catacombs, you'll start seeing that your enemies cannot really cast their spells or do anything, because your Peking duck and foie gras is constantly crowd controlling them and then like silencing them, and they can't do anything. So that is what you want in the really late game. So as for your healers, so if you're a beginner just starting the game and you don't have like divine seasoning or seasoning yet, for your catacombs you definitely need a healer, and you will want your healer to have cautious with 2 HP and 2 attack, or if they can't survive, you should have 4 HP, and this will help your healer survive in the catacombs, and in turn your team will be able to survive. But once you progress to a higher level and you have seasoning as well as divine seasoning, you actually don't need healers in catacombs anymore, and then that's where you want your healers to have brave FAs with 5 attack, or resolute with 4 attack speed, sorry, not 5, with 4 attack speed. So why is this so? Is because when you have a higher star healer, like a 5-star healer and things like that, they generally have enough HP already, and attack would actually increase their heal amount, not their skill, but healers do heal, like their basic attack heals the lowest teammate on your team. So having higher attack would mean that they will heal for more. Like if you really look when your foot souls are battling, you can see that the healers do heal like with a basic attack. So yeah. And resolute are for healers, generally used in Aluna, which is laba kongi, bibimbap. Because when you have a resolute FA on them, they actually can apply their dispel more often, which is really good for Aluna, because Aluna applies attack debuff, and that needs to be dispelled as quickly as possible so that you can do more damage. So next, I'll be teaching you on how to roll orange attributes. As you can see, orange is actually the best, like the highest roll that you can get. And there's actually a trick to rolling which does increase the chance of getting orange rolls, but this is actually still down to RNG, and if RNG just doesn't want you to get the rolls, then you would never get it. So I mean, not saying you will never get it, but you would eventually get it, but you will take more reincarnators to get them. But this trick actually does help, and I'll show you why. So when you roll for a stat, right, an attribute, as you can see, there is no so there is a chance that when you roll for an attribute, the highest number, which is 3,200 in this case, will not be shown in this rolly thingy. I don't know how to explain, but 3,200 wouldn't be in this pool of numbers basically. So what you will want to do is keep shuffling them until you see 3,200 on the one that you want to roll. So it's here. And then on the left side, you want to see HP here as well. So you know that there is a HP roll on the left side as well as a 3,200 roll on the right side, and that there is a chance that you would get them instead of blindly rolling and then there isn't even like a 3,200 roll in here, and that means that it's actually impossible to get 3,200 because there is no roll in here at all. So with that said, you just continue rolling, and as you roll, sometimes you will start seeing that the 3,200 disappears, or the number that you want disappears, and you have to shuffle them again. So sometimes you do have to pay attention. It does disappear, the number does go away, and then you have to shuffle them again and then try again, because after a while it eventually would go away, and then yeah, you have to begin this process. And sometimes it takes really quickly to find the number that you want, but sometimes it just takes forever, like now. It's not found it. So here is 3,200 and here is the HP. So I will want to roll this. Oh, there's two 3,200, so it's even better. Oh, you see, one of them disappeared now, so there's only one left. So I will just do this a few more times. And then usually I would tell myself, like, if my rolls keep going to purple, like if I start rolling purple like 2 or 3 times in a row, I would stop at the third time and I would just leave it at that, and I'll just move on to another FA, or I'll just stop for the day and just basically save my reincarnators for another day. Because I feel that when you get like 3 purple in a row, it means that they don't really want to give you an orange. So forget about it. Just leave it there and move on and come back again next time. So I actually tried to show that that the orange thing works, but I'm not really having any luck today. I spent about, I think, 200 of my reincarnators already, and I haven't gotten an orange roll, so I decided to stop there. And the best thing sometimes is to know that you're not getting it and you should try again some other day, because sometimes, like I said, it's if RNGesus doesn't want to give it to you like today, you will not get it today, no matter how many reincarnators you have. So yeah, like knowing when to stop and saving your reincarnators is also very important. Like, you don't get frustrated and then spend all your reincarnators and you end up getting nothing, because that's what always happens to me. And then you realize that you run out of reincarnators like really quickly. So yeah, know when to stop. If you feel like you're not getting an orange anytime soon, just stop and try again tomorrow or something like that. So yeah, so there's nothing much to be said about enhancing fallen angels, because basically this is just luck. This percentage is just luck, and what I like to do is just to save a bunch before enhancing them, and then doing it all at once, because I feel that sometimes there's a higher chance of it succeeding when you have a bunch of them. So yeah. What else? Yes, nothing else could be said anymore about fallen angels. When you reached plus 10, you have a choice to evolve the fallen angels, and which requires evolution stones, which you should know how to get it, which is smelting and just putting in all the spare ones, because usually you will never need like all these B's and no, this is not B's, I mean CDEs, is it? I think they are C's and E's. You usually never need them at all, and you want to focus on purifying these more than this. You can just awaken them or smelt them. Just smelt them. I don't even awaken them anymore. So yeah. So that is my guide for fallen angels. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. And I hope that this guide is not too long, and I hope that this guide is helpful for newer players and for older players who do not know that, like some of your DPS should use Resolute. I hope that this guide provides some insight to you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and subscribe to me for more food fantasy videos. And the next one, I'm not sure what I want to do. I might do a catacomb guide, or I might do a world boss guide on Aluna. So yeah, stay tuned. So see ya!